Hello guys, welcome to FC Shown Predicts. I'm super excited to be back for La Liga Matchday 18s. We have a couple of super interesting games coming up. Without further ado, let's go. First game of the week, Girona against Real Valladolid, 10th against the 19th. Now Girona lost to Mallorca over the weekends, despite Mallorca playing with 10 men for over an hour. But then I have to remind that Mallorca is sitting in a good position in La Liga table in the 5th position and fighting for the Champions League. So losing to a team like that is not a catastrophe. Real Valladolid, however, were able to beat Valencia 1-0 at home. That was battle for the relegation zone. And they ended up with 3 points, but they're still sitting in the relegation zone, obviously. And in my previous predictions, I actually predicted that Girona is going to lose against Mallorca. But in this one, I'm ready to back Girona because Real Valladolid lost 7 out of their 8 away matches. And that speaks volumes to me. And I just don't see Real Valladolid taking any points from Girona. My prediction for this game is 2-1 for Girona. And my tip is Girona to score 2 or more goals. On to the next one, Getafe against Mallorca. Now last time Getafe hosted Mallorca at home, they lost 1-2 to them. And right now Mallorca may be super motivated sitting in the 5th place in La Liga table. But Getafe is a team where they get most of their points at home. Out of their last 9 matches, they won 3 at home, drew 5. And lost 1, and their only loss at home was against Girona back in November. And we do remember that it was Mallorca who actually beat Girona over the weekends, playing with 10 men and scoring a winning goal. But I have to note that Mallorca's top scorer Vedat Muriqi will not be able to play in this match because he received a red card against Girona and he will be suspended for this match. And my prediction for this match is a low scoring game, 1-1 draw, and my tip is both teams to score. On to the next one, Celta against Real Sociedad. Now last 5 matches between these two teams ended with 2 draws and 3 Real Sociedad's win. And fun fact is, last time Celta beat Real Sociedad was back in 2020. Now Celta lost 0-1 at home against Sevilla and Real Sociedad drew at home against Las Palmas, but they had a Europa League match 3 days prior, so the players were probably exhausted. However, coming to this one, Real Sociedad will be well rested and I believe that they can get the 3 points from Celta. So my prediction for this match is 2-1 for Real Sociedad and my tip is over 2.5 goals. On to the next one, Osasuna hosting Athletic Bilbao. Let's start with Osasuna. They're a really strong team at home. Out of their last 9 home matches, they won 5, drew 3 and lost only 1 match at home. And of course that loss was against Real Madrid. But hey, they beat Barcelona at home 4-2 if you remember back in September. Now let's talk about Athletic Bilbao. Ernesto Valverde is doing a fantastic job. Out of their last 5 matches, they won 4 and drew 1, sitting in top 4 fighting for the Champions League spot. Now last time these two teams met was back in August in a friendly match where Athletic Bilbao were able to win 2-1. And Osasuna out of their last 5 matches drew 4 of them, including against Sevilla and Villarreal. Despite Athletic Bilbao is doing a fantastic job, I don't think they can defeat Osasuna in an away match. I believe this is going to be a high scoring match and my prediction is 2-2 draw and my tip is 3 or more goals. On to the next one. Oh boy, game of the week, Barcelona hosting Atletico Madrid. I don't even know where to start. The only competition that Barcelona is winning consistently is Champions League because Barcelona in their last 6 La Liga matches lost 3, drew 2 and only won 1 match. And their last loss was against Leganes, who was literally sitting 1 point above the relegation zone. And first time in their history, Leganes beat Barcelona in an away match. I feel like substituting Lewandowski is kinda affecting his confidence, but then I cannot blame Flick because of Lewandowski's age as well. And I usually don't like picking players, but Dani Olmo in that match had just a horrible game. Barcelona was losing the possession every time Dani Olmo was touching the ball. And now Barcelona is hosting a team who has recorded 11 wins in their last 11 matches. Look, I also have to remind that Lamine Yamal is out for at least 3-4 weeks now with an injury, and I feel like Barca may score first, but then they're gonna bottle it badly. My score prediction is 2-3 for Atletico Madrid, and my tip is double chance for Atleti. On to the next one, Valencia hosting Alaves. Last season, both games were won by Alaves. They even had a friendly match back in August, and that game was also won by Alaves. And Valencia lost to Real Valladolid and they pushed them down to the last place. Yes, Valencia had 14 shots against Valladolid, but nobody cares about the shots if you cannot score a goal. And also I have to remind something important, that Valencia has a midweek game against Espanyol. That game was postponed, so now they're catching up. So playing that game against Espanyol, the players may be really exhausted. And Alaves, from the other hand, they drew against Athletic Bilbao and Osasuna, who's sitting in the 4th and the 8th places respectively. So my prediction for this game is 0-1 for Alaves, and my tip is double chance for Alaves. On to the next one. Oh boy, oh boy. This one is another game of the week. Real Madrid hosting Sevilla. I cannot wait for this game. Both Barcelona and Real Madrid dropping points like they don't want La Liga, and they're literally letting Atleti to sneak up. And Sevilla won their last game against Celta 1-0, and before that they put up a good fight against Atletico Madrid, visiting there, leading by 2 goals and then bottling it at the end. But still, it was a beautiful game, very competitive. They played against Atleti toe-to-toe. And Real Madrid, on the other hand, drew their last La Liga match against Rayo Vallecano. That was a beautiful game. And a quick reminder that Real Madrid has a FIFA match, and most likely they're gonna play with their substitution, with their second squad, so it shouldn't affect the main squad's readiness for this match. My prediction for this one is gonna be a high scoring game, 4-2 for Real Madrid, and my tip is both teams to score. On to the next one, Las Palmas against Espanyol. Las Palmas is in a good run. They beat Barcelona 2-1 in their previous La Liga match, and before that they beat Real Valladolid 2-1 at home, and then they drew against Real Sociedad in an away match. And Espanyol has 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss in their last 3 games, and they also have a midweek game on Wednesday against Valencia. And I believe that Las Palmas is in a much better form to beat this Espanyol, and my score prediction for this game would be 2-1 for Las Palmas. On to the next one, Leganes against Villarreal, 15th against the 6th. Leganes is coming out of their first ever win in an away match against Barcelona, and they demonstrated a really good football along their defense. Villarreal, however, declining towards the end of the first half of the season. In their last 4 games, they lost 2 and drew 2. But they're still sitting in the 6th place in La Liga table. Last time these 2 teams met were back in 2020, where Leganes were able to beat Villarreal 2-1 in an away match. Despite Villarreal is coming as favorites to this game, I'm ready to back Leganes in this one. I don't think they're gonna lose this match at home. My score prediction is 1-1, and my tip is double chance for Leganes. On to the next one, Real Betis against Rayo Vallecano. Both of these teams have a midweek game. Real Betis is playing a Europa League match on Thursday, while Rayo Vallecano visiting Villarreal in a midweek match. So these matches can somehow affect their performance on the weekend's match. While Rayo Vallecano played toe-to-toe against Real Madrid at home, and the match ended in a 3-3 draw. That was a spectacular match to watch. Now, interesting fact is Rayo Vallecano's away match records are much better than their home matches. In their last 8 away matches, they won 3, drew 3, and lost 2 matches. And last time these 2 teams met, Rayo Vallecano were able to beat Real Betis 2-0, and I believe Rayo Vallecano is super hyped up after the match against Real Madrid and scoring 3 goals against them. So I just can't see them losing this match, and my prediction for this game will be 0-0 draw, and my tip is double chance for Rayo Vallecano. Thank you guys for watching FC 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍. Predicts. Please don't forget to leave your predictions and your comments in the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe so you're not gonna miss the next one, and see you until next time.